I was completely caught off guard with this soup. It's one of those life-changing flavors. It's masterfully thoughtful, made with sweet carrot, abalone, imitation shark fin for texture, and fish maw, which is a swim bladder of a sturgeon or a large fish. Flavor discoveries like this is one of the great joys in life.
It looks like it's not going to be that tasty, and then it's like so much flavor. This is so good.
This rehydrated dried scallops and spring garlic bulbs was a modern take on a banquet staple. Chef Katie starts with a baby bok choy simply split and blanched to optimize color and texture. The already braised scallops and spring garlic bulbs are steamed back to temp before serving. I immediately tried one of the garlic bulbs, and it was unlike any garlic I've ever had. Definitely the star of this dish for me. The braising liquid is strained and then thickened into a full flavored sauce that ties everything together, where the bok choy is used as the vessel to mop it all up. The dish has a simple beauty, and I really can't express how much of a revelation those braised spring garlic bulbs were. The point, as always, is to meet new people, try new things, and you'll make surprising discoveries. Good or bad, they're all worth it, because
scallops also come in different kinds and colors. In the same wet market trip, I chose to try something new. These scallops had a crimson red side and a bright white side. They do the initial shucking for you at the wet market. They didn't look any different on the inside compared to any other of the fresh scallops, so the cleaning process is the same. A little starch sprinkled on top and do a light scrub. This helps with removing the sand and dirt that might be settled in the crevices. Chef Kenny then gives it a good rinse and a little snip of some of the non-tasty scallop organs. And look at that pristine white shell. There's no ruffles on it like I'm used to seeing. Scores the scallop and tops it off with her house-made fermented black bean sauce, which she also jars and sells. All before a quick 6-minute steam. Sprinkled with the usual cilantro and scallions, and the scallop itself was so tender and sweet. One of the best scallop preparations I've ever had. What I thought was going to be a routine dinner turned out to be one of the most memorable meals I've ever had.
It's the end of the day, and we're going to have dinner.
The restaurant itself was very comfortable without being pretentious and wasn't crowded on this given night. We started out with the fantastic but usual Dungeness crab like any other special dinner. Always delicious. And this next one was one of the highlights. Squid tube stuffed with ground shrimp, deep fried and wok tossed with garlic and chilies. Incredible. Some good veggie dishes, and then comes a fresh fish, sliced and steamed with puffed rice and also made to accompany a coconut broth soup. This was texturally unique and extremely flavorful, and this chicken was unassuming but was maybe a top 5 chicken I ever had. Smoky, savory, and juicy. Hard to explain just how good it was, but it caught me by surprise. And finally, the most unusual and hands down one of the best dishes I've had during this trip was this ice-covered sweet and sour pork. The technique is that the ice shocks the exterior, giving it a satisfying crunch with a piping hot interior. Listen to that crunch. This one blew my mind. I still think about that pork even months later. This whole meal came out to a hefty $374 US.
these are Zhanjiang oysters, and they're famous for their plump size and wonderful ocean flavor. We went to this restaurant in Shenzhen that serves a lot of them. Most people come here to drink and snack on oysters, and there are 3 ways they're served up: chili and garlic, a house-made hot sauce, and steamed plain. The plain one, of course, is great because it gives you a true sense of the flavor. The hot sauce was good too, but I found it overpowering. And the chili garlic was everyone's favorite. The sweetness of the garlic mixed with the sweetness of the oysters were immaculate.